Hello, my little friends of the forest. Here we are, video number 2 of this channel. As promised, better picture, and of course, my typical and delicious French accent is here to ravish your ears. Well, today it's about terrain building. As you know, Halloween is just around the corner. Probably your tabletop will be filled with a lot of rotten zombies, skinny skeletons, creepy and smelly ghouls, and other dripping joys from the underworld, maybe. So today we will see together how to build a cemetery quickly and easily. The Plumbo way, of course.
The general idea when I'm creating a scenery element is to use recycled parts as much as possible. Not that I think I'm saving the planet this way, but it's free. Here there are 4mm thick cardboard scraps. I've cut them before filming to obtain elements about 12 cm by 6 for the largest and 9 cm by 6 for the smallest. As you know, the size does not really matter, and their dimension mainly depend on the size of the cardboard scraps. Don't think too big, because the idea here is to have a modular cemetery and therefore easy to store between your games. Now I'm drawing the shape that my bases will take, just to have a guide to the next step. Paying close attention to my fingers, because unlike hair, it doesn't grow back. My apology to many bald people who feel hurt in their self-esteem by watching this video. But instead, guys, you'd better watch your fingers. Now that the general shape is down, it's time to see what kind of tomb I have in my box of wonder. You will surely find what you need in your favorite hobby store. I had purchased those from Green Stuff World for some time, and you will find some at Crooked Dice too. They are absolutely awesome. And last summer I crossed the channel with my family to invade England. We were only 3, so we lowered our ambitions and preferred to act as simple tourists. I've been dreaming of going to Orkness ever since I saw an ad in an old issue of White Dwarf back in the 80s, and that's where I bought this Tom's Pro. I do really like this little crow there. It will surely end up in other projects. The tombstones are glued with simple PVA glue first. and I consolidate everything by adding sand to the joint between the base and the grave. And now it's time for the first bonus tutorial on this video to make your own textured paints for your bases. Everyone has on their windowsill, their balcony, their garden, or at an old aunt's house, a flower pot with a plant that has been dead for decades inside. Why this pot is still there is not what interests us today, it's the parched earth inside that we need. I passed it through a sieve and put it in this empty and clean goat cheese plastic pot. I gradually add PVA glue and water until I obtain a sort of creamy mortar, like in the video. Using a wooden spatula, I apply it to my bases to simulate the earthen floor. The color will change as it dries, don't worry, so it's not a big deal, and you will see that in a few moments. Here is the famous gesso that I told you about in the previous video. Using a fairly large old paintbrush, I cover the base and the grave generously. The gesso is now dry, and I'm going to use CHOCO brown from Green Stuff World as a base color for the ground. We continue with a dry brushing, not too dry by the way, of dark umber, still from Green Stuff World. The next step will be to apply base colors on the tones themselves to imitate granite as much as possible. For this I use BLACKROOT Grey from Green Stuff World as a base for my stones, and my good old Maestro brush size 4 from VINCI is joining the party. Without necessarily trying to be precise, I place the BLACKROOT on the area that naturally receive light, trying to keep the least exposed area black. With the same color, diluted enough to obtain a muddy texture without overloading my brush, I do a sort of mud brushing to simulate strata on the stone. And with the same muddy paint, I add small touches here and there to create a more rocky effect. For my first highlighting, I use pole flesh from Green Stuff World, which I mix with BLACKROOT Grey. I then apply it to the edge mainly. And this is what happens when you are playing with cardboard and water. It buckles. At the end of this video, don't miss the bonus tutorial where I bring you the absolute and simple solution. Still with the pale flesh, with wet palette this time, I put a final highlight on the edge of my steels. It's time to take out the Agrax earth shade to mess up the graves. Simply taking out of the pot, I apply regularly by pulling the shade and not on all graves model to create slightly variation in color. They get a bad rap, and I don't really know why, because personally I love Green Stuff World dipping inks, perhaps because they are less flashy than the other manufacturers, but that's what I like. In any case, I'm going to use the zombie dip to vary my shade a little. Some water and off you go. Last time I showed you the rust from Dirty Down and its talent in bottle, frankly. Today, mouse is out. Well, shake the bottle a lot and long, otherwise it don't work. I apply it in the deepest areas by touch, pour at first, then small touches with moss diluted with water. A quick blow of hairdryer to accelerate the magical effect of the product. And using a damp cloth, I remove the excess on the surface so that the foam remains in the hollows. It's flocking time. We stay classic. Diluted PVA glue applied with a brush in small touches to create irregular areas. I use an old flocage from Woodland SCENIC. I no longer have the reference, sorry about that, kids. Final touch, tufts of herb of different brands, shapes and colors posed by filling with PVA glue. Old roots of dead plants recovered from Aunt Martin's flower spot will add a little extra. Et voilà, my dear little friend of the forest, you're now the proud owner of a small but beautiful cemetery. I hope so. Thank you for watching. Well, oh yes, now it's time for the bonus track, how to redress abandoned cardboard. So it's now. Well, it's very easy, in fact. You just have to spray some water all over the card, generously, you know, not dip it in water bowl, but spray some water all over it. Bend the card gently, slowly, and then put it on a flat surface with heavy weight all over. Wait until it's dry, and then you could see it's perfectly flat again. And well, that's so easy. Very simple, very easy to do, and very efficient. Yes.